What's up everyone, Ray Talks Hoop here. Now that the Rockets are looking like contenders despite James Harden not playing, should Harden commit 100% to the Houston Rockets? Let's find out. A couple weeks ago, we all heard the news about James Harden being caught partying in Vegas with Lil Baby instead of being with the Houston Rockets for training camp. And when he was asked about that, this is how that conversation went.
The point that you were trying to get across when you went to Atlanta and Vegas when training camp was starting.
I was just training.
What were you training for?
The start of the NBA season.
How did going to Atlanta and Vegas help you there when the Rockets were starting training camp in Houston?
Just my personal trainers.
Then, a week or so later, the interviewer asked James if he feels any better about being on the Houston Rockets now that he's had time to work out with the team. And this is what James Harden had to say about that.
James, now that you've been in camp for about a week, do you feel any better about this situation now than you did before you arrived?
Next question.
John Wall is looking like an absolute stud, which makes me very happy as an NBA fan because this guy has gone through a series of injuries that have put him out for 2 years. So seeing John Wall play like his former self now that he's on the Houston Rockets is something that just makes me happy to see. Last night, John put up 28 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds, and he did all of this on 52% shooting from the field. His jump shot looks a whole lot better than it did earlier in his career, and John still looks fast and athletic just as we all remember him. John is setting up his teammates and dishing out dimes, so I know it's still early in the season, but it's looking like John Wall has not lost a single step and can heavily contribute to the Houston Rockets. Now, moving on from John Wall, because even though he's doing great, he's not the only player balling out on the Houston Rockets. We also have a guy who's not talked about too much, and that is Christian Wood. Now, it's still way too early in the season to talk about any awards, but just to put it out there, Christian Wood has averaged 10 points per game throughout his career, and so far this season he is averaging 25 points each and every night. Last night against the Sacramento Kings, Christian Wood put up 20 points and 15 rebounds. And for those of you who may be unfamiliar with Christian Wood, he is a big man, and we all know that small ball is something that the Houston Rockets were trying to fit into their system. So having a big man who is producing as much as Christian Wood is definitely going to give the Houston Rockets an advantage that they did not have before. And in addition to John Wall and Christian Wood balling out, Eric Gordon had 21 points last night, and in my opinion, he is one of the most slept on shooters in the entire NBA. And then we would add James Harden back to the mix. So if you guys were in James Harden's shoes, would you finally commit to going 100% with your team? After all, this team is paying him a huge chunk of money. All of his teammates are clearly working very hard and producing on the court. And if they were to add a third star or put some more pieces around the guys they currently have, I can definitely see them making it far in the postseason. So you guys can let me know what you all think down below in the comment section. Should James Harden keep 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door, how it's been looking these past couple of weeks? Or should he finally commit 100% to the team that is paying him such a huge contract? I'm curious to find out what you all think of this entire situation. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps out the channel tremendously. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. We post Monday through Saturday at 10 and 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to stay in the loop on everything going on in the NBA, come and join the squad. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in an hour when we talk about the Toronto Raptors and the New Orleans Pelicans. I am out of here.